listening to GCN, the world leader in independent talk radio. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Look, I got the gun-grabbing news, the attacks on free speech news, everything. But this attack on the family, as the federal government has said over and over again, they're going to use the school to take over the family and take over society. Recommended by the National Child Abuse Defense Resource Center, supposedly one of the best lawyers and family stuff in Texas. We got about 10 others now lined up, too. Will be joining us, Butch Brott from Houston, coming up a little bit later. And then I'm going to shift gears later in the hour and get into all the financial news and police state news that is taking place out there. But I'm going to give the phone numbers out here in just a few minutes to the city council and the mayor in Buda, a little town just south of Austin. It's not so little anymore. It's exploding in size. And we're going to give you the number to the school, and we're going to give you the number to the county, and we're going to give you the number to the police department. In fact, give me the Buda Police Department number. I'm going to give these loadsome people. It was Buda Police Department in there, or was it Hays County?
Most likely Hays County.
Again, they won't give you any info at the school or the CPS. They just say, we're coming to your house.
I asked CPS, and they're like, well, all that information is confidential.
Yeah, that's all confidential. It's your kid, and we secretly strip searched him, and we're doing all of this, but we're not going to tell you anything. Just trust us. Meet us at your house. No, I'll meet you at a gas station. You pull in, and there she is with the unmarked cop waiting in the parking lot for you. I mean, just outrageous people. But, you know, she was laughing at you and stuff yesterday and real arrogant. She's not so arrogant now, is she?
That's right. I asked her for a phone number. She, kind of chuckled and gave me a number that's been going to voicemail. She's calling me private. So, I haven't really spoken to her.
Her name is Nicole Pulver, Pulver. And we've got those numbers there. We need the lawyers to be able to call them later, so I don't even know if I should give out the CPS numbers. Literally, it'll shut them down. These are important calls. I need every listener. This affects everybody out there, not just us here in Austin, Texas. This is a case point example. I mean, think about what we've been trained to put up with. They take every kid in, guilty until proven innocent, do a big drag net. This is worse than, tapping people's phones, just fishing expedition. It's totally illegal. They drag them in, they question them. They do this all over the country. They got quotas of kids they want to get. There's a bruise on her leg they can see. So they use that and say, your mom did that, didn't you? Well, no. Well, does your mom ever spank you? Well, I guess sometimes or once in a while. And again, spanking isn't illegal. Back when I was in high school, in junior high, I was getting pops every month. I'd get in a fight. I'd smart out to the teacher. I'd take me, and the principal would, put bruises on me. And you know what? That got my attention. But see, the police taser you when you don't do something, and sometimes people are out of control. Or society does all this, but no, parents can't, even though it's not a law. It's like they'll take your kids for not vaccinating. There's no law. I mean, any other comments? What's it been like for you, Joe? Because, with your former wife and your kids, and I've talked to Mike Nelson here and everybody in the office who has kids, I guess being in public school, this is just normal. Even when your 15-year-olds now have bruises from football, they try to take them.
Oh yeah, it's even in Del Valley, they do the same thing down there. I get calls that my son Joe has a bruise on his arm. It's all horse playing. They want to know if we wrestle, we do this. Well, we're guys. We're going to be playing around. It's very stressful to have to put up with people like this already. And
control freak, secret agents.
Yes, and we needed somebody or the governor. They're not doing nothing for us. Ourselves as citizens, we have to do something. And help.
Slavery's a lucrative business, and slavery's still around today. They catch you smoking pot, you're a slave. They catch a bruise on your kid, they're a slave. I mean, it's all about money, but they are passing laws. Federal Appeals Court with the authority over Texas handed down a decision in case that will refer to the Gates case. The decision is binding on Texas because it involves federal constitutional rights, supersedes anything contrary to Texas law, the DFPH policy practices. And this is when, with one complaint, they go and grab whole families and they never see them again. And then they've had to pass state laws explaining to CPS in Texas and nationwide, it's not illegal to homeschool. You know why most of the groups fighting CPS are homeschoolers? Because they take your kids. They don't care. Yeah. Just amazing. Anything else you guys need to add?
No.
Stay here. I want to bring up one of the lawyers that came highly recommended. We've talked to 10 today so far, and they're in there calling more. I know a lot of organizations out there. The National Child Abuse Defense Resource Center recommended in Texas, Butch Brott has the best, and I think we're going to go with him, give him that $2,000 retainer. I'm going to pay for that. And then today we've got to figure out how you can do a phone bridge, or if we should talk to the CPS. But they're saying they'll talk to you, because I've called them today, or they'll talk to your lawyer.
Yeah.
My dad, who's a physician, recommended, as the other lawyer filings do, to go to a physician to show she's not hurt, or they'll try to go get an order claiming she's hurt from a tiny bruise on her leg from a table. And you went to the doctor, and they said, she's not hurt. I'll give you the receipt, but I'll only give CPS a report saying she's fine. That's your medical record. So we'll have to get the lawyer to call them and say, release it to me. But tell us about the doctor's visit, and then in 1 minute we're going to go to Mr. Brott.
Okay, I went and got the health check, well checked. She said everything was fine. Haley said where she got the bruise from. Everything was consistent with the stories. So as I was getting ready to leave, I asked if I could have a report of everything documented, and she said no. If anybody needed it, they would have to request for it.
So you as a parent, again, we have no rights. The whole system is like this. We're trash. We're scum. We're filth. We're nobody. We just pay the money. We just produce the kids for them to snatch them. We just pay the taxes for the war machine. We're just here to be slaves. She's supposed to give you the well-check slip, the thing she filled out. So we'll have the lawyer call them. Let's go ahead and let's go to the attorney, Butch Brott. Butch, thanks for coming on such short notice, sir.
It's my pleasure, Alex.
I know you've seen this a million times. I guess, did my producer recount the story to you, or do you want us to recount that for you so you can give us your take on it?
Rob and Janet gave me what happened, so I'm familiar with the facts.
Okay, give us your take on this, because you come highly recommended.
Where do you start? From the standpoint of everybody has to understand that the state of Texas and all of the other states have made a pact with the devil when they subscribed to the federal money back in the 70s under the Mondale Act. And that deal was, we'll give you federal money for CPS as long as you provide these people immunity. And it's gone downhill ever since. They have absolute immunity, virtually absolute immunity, if they say there's abuse. The doctors have immunity if they report abuse. They don't have immunity if they say they don't report abuse.
So everything's geared for the tattletale society, and so now when I'm at the hospital having a baby, they ask if I ask my wife if I'm abusing her and put it in a database with the health department. I mean, this is the total Stasi society.
That's a very apt way of describing it. Nothing proves that nothing happened, but nothing proves that something happened. It's that backwards.
Now, what of its official oppression? What do they operate outside their office? I mean, they did strip search her.
That has to do with the police and whether that is proper protocol or not. I have a real serious problem with a male police officer strip searching a female child or any female.
Well, regardless, if they wanted to strip search an adult, they'd have to get a warrant. I mean, I know they set up these eugenics courts in the 20s and the Mondale Act and then Clinton in 97. I know we've gone down this road of these fake courts, but this is just amazing. And then telling her over and over again, tell the truth. No, your mother did this. That's despicable.
Well, it's beyond despicable. The book Jeopardy in the Courtroom by Maggie Bruck and Stephen Cece shows how easy it is to corrupt a child's recollection. A child is going to respond to an authority figure and give them what answer they expect. It takes a very strong child to stand up and say no, especially when they come in wearing a uniform and a badge. You know, God bless her daughter for saying no. Nothing happened. But no, that is improper interrogation. It should not happen. I have already advised Janet to make a laminated card for her children to carry around saying, I do not want to talk or say anything without my parent being here or my lawyer being here. Put her name and phone number on it. And if necessary, put it on a lanyard so the child can wear it around her neck. That to me is abhorrent.
Well, just to finish up, in case they didn't relay this to you, they told her twice, maybe 3 times, we're not sure, no, your mother did that bruise, until she said, okay, I guess she did. But it's on record that they told her to say it. Expanding on that, Monday, they see the bruise because it's pajama day wearing shorts at the school. Tuesday, without telling, they told her don't tell your mother. Tuesday, they call her, tell her we want to go to your house while her kid's at school. I tell her, that may not be a good idea. They want to get in your house and look for stuff. We need to talk to a lawyer first. So she said, okay, let me meet her at a gas station. I told her, is she with a cop? They drive through. There's an unmarked cop car with a cop, with a woman. She leaves, says, are you there? Yeah, we're here. So it looks like they may be to the point of grabbing her daughter or something. What does it sound like to you, Mr. Broad?